and welcome back to another live stream of our McLaren F1 Manager series as we are heading into the United States Grand Prix and heading to COTA. Not many races left now this season. It's another sprint weekend, then we head to Mexico, Brazil, back to the United States for Vegas, and then Abu Dhabi. So we've got 5 races left, and as we said, the car is not looking great because we have sacrificed this car and focused on next year's car, probably from after the first 5-6 races of the season. So, as you can see, ranked on the grid, 19th on a couple of these, which will be 19th and 20th, so last for these, acceleration and engine cooling. Cornering is really where we're at in this game, that's what's king, and we've dropped down now to 15th and 17th, so between that sort of 8th and 9th fastest car on the grid. So we're ahead of the AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. That is about it. So as I say, going to be a real struggle to get any more points in these last 5 races. But we are still 13 points ahead of Alpine. So can Alpine, even if we didn't score any points, are Alpine going to be able to score 13 points in these last races? That might be difficult for them. So 5th in the constructors, still very much on the cards for us. But as I say, I don't expect too many more points from here on out. We are also getting pretty close to the cost cap. There's not too much more we can do. We've got quite a bit of research underway, as we can see here. Good evening, Dino. Hope you're well. Hope you're ready for the weekend. As you can see, research fully underway, and all 4 of these parts are the 4 parts affected by next year's regulation changes. So we'll get those done, then we'll see where we are on the cost cap. If we've got a little bit left still to spend, then we can go ahead. Balance-wise, absolutely great. We're close. We're closing on 30 million, but obviously we've got to stay within that cost cap. And the only other thing I wanted to look at is if we've made any more progress against these. So I'd say right-hand column here is next year's changes, the deficit, and this is what we've done so far against that. So very much above it in high speed now, medium speeds on the front wing, near enough there on the low speed, and we have got another front wing project underway, so we will overcome that deficit definitely on the front wing. Rear wing, overcome again, high speed, medium, a little bit more to do on the low speed, but again, we've got a rear wing research project underway, so hopefully we'll make up that deficit. Same on the underfloor. Again, the only one is the low speed. That's the one taking a 30% hit, so a little bit more work to do there. And suspension, same story there, a little bit more work to do. So the front wing, once we've finished this project, we probably don't want to do any more on that. Probably focusing more on rear wings, underfloor, and suspension. What have we got here? So we've got car inspection. So we've got a front wing failed, so we can swap that out. Underfloor has failed. Let's just have a look in our warehouse. I've got a new chassis, actually. As I say, we don't want to... We are just going to have to wait for that. That's fine. So we've still got 3 in reserve for that. I've got 4 front wings, 3 rear wings, which is fine, 3 side pods, 2 underfloors. We could do with an underfloor, and we could do with another suspension. So have we got anything... So probably just a suspension, 300,000. So let's just, yeah, so projected, we're getting very close now. So maybe 1 or 2 research projects, but that's going to be it now. We're closing in. What have we got here? Just medium risk, that's fine. How long have we got? 2 days till the Grand Prix. Just an extra part coming in for the underfloor. Good, thanks. I've started a new save with Haas, fighting with Alpine for 5th. Happy this evening. Oh, brilliant. Nice. So your job is done with Alfa Romeo. Did you close that season out in pure domination? I know you're like at 1,000 points, I think, when we last spoke. Fighting with Alpine for 5th. So is that in your first season? The Haas isn't too bad, I'd imagine, starting off with, because I think in this game, looking at the AI, they probably start off 6th or 7th, do they? Around about Williams. Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri, definitely 9th and 10th. McLaren in and around that, and then you've got sort of McLaren, Haas, and Williams. So yeah, you can definitely design and develop them to get up to 5th, I'd imagine. How am I? I'm very well this evening, thank you. Long weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, so very happy about that. Right, have we got anything else to do here? Performance targets. Don't think we're going to reach Q3. Q2, I've only got to put one driver because I'm not convinced Oscar can make it, unfortunately. This is fastest lap, isn't it? Yeah. So free hot streak, one driver to finish 15th. Yeah, I think we go say 15th. Do that for 2 races. And I think with that, we are ready to jump in to the United States Grand Prix in COTA and begin. Let me just double check something. I'm pretty sure it's a sprint weekend, isn't it? Let me just double check. It is a sprint weekend, yep. So yeah, with that, we're ready to jump in to the United States Grand Prix and begin practice in COTA. 2029 Alfa Romeo save ended with 100% win record, although Pocher missed the podium in one race, so she keeps that record. We had 1,009 points in the end. Jesus. Haas start with the 6th best car. Okay, yeah, I've not done a Haas save on F1 Manager 23.
United States Grand Prix.
So what's their objective for that first season? Where have you got to finish as a minimum? Right, so as we see, sprint weekend, so we're practice, then quali, practice 2, then the sprint. So, car parts. 2% engine, yes please. 2% engine. 23% ERS. I don't think we can actually afford now to even pay for a new car park, because we will breach the cost cap. So, you're pretty much going to be stuck with what we've got, and if we're getting very close, we may have to retire cars early in some of these races just to sacrifice not spending money, because this season really doesn't matter now. We've done our objective. It's all about next year. 0% ERS 124. Yeah, good. Car setup, we'll go for a bit of front. Right, let's hope there's no sort of red flags or anything, because we need to get a relatively good setup, because we're only going to get one practice session at it. Short-term 6th, long-term podium contender. Okay, though, that's quite good, though, because there's not too much, I guess, design development work you have to do. Just maintain where you are and then focus on next year.
Starting now.
As we get Oscar out of the pit lane, let's get Lando out as well and hunt down the best setup we can get in the only practice session we'll get before Parc Ferme.
Yep, ready to check.
Loud and clear.
Ready to check?
Yep, loud and clear.
Right, let's forward this on then. See what we can work with. It's always hard if you get a bad setup on this first run, especially in sprint weekend. We can start off good, even better, great. Then we're in a good place going into quali. Don't often get sort of red flags around here, but now I've said that, we probably will. Hopefully we don't, because that really does, yeah, just ruining the whole practice session. Got Oscar 4 out of 5 on his feedback. Lando now 4 out of 5 as well. So we should get a full set of feedback in the next minute or so. And we can bring them in, have a look. Good. So Oscar's good. Lando's overtaken him there.
Copy.
Oscar can come in. Let's have a look then. What can we work with here? So we're bad on traction. So that was good, not great. Go for something like that for Oscar. Hopefully brings him a little bit closer. We'll get one more set of feedback in full. Good for Lando as well, so this is not too bad.
It's okay. Understood.
Okay, so he's great on the top two. So we're close on the top two. We're quite a bit off on straights, but straights is an easier one to normally sort. What we can do is we can jump front wing down to there. And go for something like that. Their facilities are pretty bare bones, and their staff are some of the worst. There isn't even a oh Jesus, yeah. Just send these back out. Don't even start. You don't start with much money. Yeah, so I guess you're gonna have to spend. You haven't got the luxury of just going research. You're gonna have to spend a bit on bringing in some better staff, doing a bit of facility work. So. But definitely it'll be an easier road for you than the Alfa Romeo team. I reckon you'll get to championship winning standard a lot earlier. But yeah, maybe not in a year, maybe a couple of seasons so you can get the facilities staff and then start cracking on with the design work as well. I look forward to hearing the progress. We can get great setups here on this next set of feedback. That would be great. I'm probably actually going to leave them out for this full stint, to be fair. So we'll get some track acclimatization in as well.
Something seems wrong.
Yeah, gearbox.
Okay, we'll stand by.
We told you, Oscar, we were pitting the warm parts in the car. Come on, you know the drill.
Oscar, is the car all okay?
Oh. Oh dear. We've gone the wrong way there then. Oscar's car. So, because we've gone bad, we are going to have to pull him in. I'm not going to get a full set of feedback. Right, let's... Which rear wing we want out here. Need to get that into there somewhere. That looks pretty good. We're not going to get this full set of feedback. But we will be pretty close to that. Lando, I think I'm just going to leave out, let him run. Hello, Elite Silver, hope you're well. How are you doing?
It helps when you stay on the track.
Oh, Oscar, what are you playing at?
Now there's the car of Piastri. And just running wide. That won't do the floor of the car any good at all.
Yeah, there's nothing serious there. Grabbing the rear wing and anti-roll distribution and toe out. Are you asking to get your toes out, Elite, huh? Yeah, I was looking for a lighter challenge before moving teams, which I didn't do before. Ooh, I like it. Ollie Behrman. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in real life, isn't it? Ryan, thanks for the message. Elite, glad to hear you are doing good. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well indeed. Okay, on the car. That's disappointing. Well, you want to see my toes, but hey ho. So this first practice session is now going to come to a close. As I say, we're probably going to struggle in qualifying because we have really not developed this car at all. Let's see where this is at. Not like real McLaren though, in real life, who's rocked up to Miami with 10 upgrades. And I'm looking forward to sprint quali, which is, what, a couple of hours away now. So see what they can do in that. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to make any changes there right now because I'd rather just get him out and get a little bit more track acclimatization. Can we? We're not even going to get him out, actually, are we? What we'll do... 2 minutes left, yeah. We'll do the changes post-session. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in this weekend.
How's the time?
Mercedes got a couple of upgrades, but McLaren have, yeah,
Copy that.
gone all out it seems. So we'll see if they
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
make some significant gains on Ferrari and those in front of them. And first in constructors in my McLaren save, 6 points ahead of second at Dutch Grand Prix. Nice one, Elite. Should I move to a team that has been struggling in my save if I win the constructors title? Yeah, I mean, it depends on yourself. It depends what you want to achieve. You know, it's always the way with video games. You have your own sort of goals. Do you want to? You're interested in, you know, breaking records, making McLaren back-to-back champions, but that might be a little bit boring for some. So. Yeah, if you want a challenge, I would say go drop down to Alpha Tauri, Alfa Romeo, Haas, team like that. This is where we are standing before we go into qualifying. So track acclimatization, 37% for Lando, 27% for Oscar. Car parts knowledge will be 100% because they fully know their car parts because we've not changed those for some time. And yeah, although we have designed a new chassis, actually, which we will use before the end of the season, so that will dip probably for the next Grand Prix. Setup satisfaction, 76% for Lando, which isn't bad at all. We can make some minor adjustments, but yeah, we'll see how we go. That's not too bad. Oscar, we don't know until he gets a little bit more running. So as we head into qualifying, driver prep, 72% for Lando, 60% for Oscar.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out who's got what it takes as we establish.
Right, here we go. So, first things first, let's get the actual parts on the car, which are going to be hurting very soon. We might have some early retirements. We've already got that installed, haven't we? Sorry. So let's get this on. Alright. And let's get our nice gearbox on. And those gearboxes are fine for the rest of the season, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Car setup. So we could change this, but after we're going to be, once we start this session, we're in Parc Ferme. So I think we should change it because we've got enough data to do it. Right. Me, I like to defend the title. AlphaTauri is lasting constructor with 0 points at my save. 9th is Haas with 9 points. For a real challenge, try Alfa Romeo. Their cars. Oh shit. Alfa Romeo is actually cooking in my save. That's probably because Dino's controlling them somehow in your save as well. Your manager rating can also affect which teams you can. Teams likely won't be an issue. Is Merck's upgrades working? Hard to tell because they obviously it's sprint weekend in Miami as well, so they only got one practice session in and not a lot to be learnt from it, from what I could understand really, apart from Max obviously pumped in the fastest time, but I think from Max down to Perez, who was 6th, it was like a couple of attempts, so pretty unknown I think until we get into sprint. It's also interesting they brought a lot of upgrades, especially McLaren, because data-wise it's difficult because they only get one practice session, so they must be pretty confident in the parts. Yeah, I am looking forward to this sprint quali, as I say, in about 9:30 I think it starts, UK time anyway. It'll be very interesting. Aaron is my team in real life, so I'm really hoping for some extra performance from them. Right, anyway, let's jump into quali, shall we? Let's get some runs out of these first of all. We'll do that on 16 times. Let's just see what the bankers are. Then we'll jump on board for our second runs.
Drive to the Delta. And we are
so Piastri, about 3 tenths off Norris. That's typical, so I think they probably both got a normal lap
Delta
out there.
negative at the end of the lap.
I can recharge on and box this
is going to be difficult is getting into Q2. Lando should have a chance, but we are, yeah, we're up against it, to be honest with you, even getting into Q2 at the moment, and will be these last 5 races. As I say, these are not going to be the most exhilarating races up until the end of this season. But let's see where we are in this first run. So not too bad around here, to be fair, at the moment. Not too bad at all. So let's get them both out again. So we go, Norris is underway, second flying lap. He's not in too bad shape here at all. Let's hope for some green sectors. So bottom 5, 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Alpha Tauris, which is about right. So I think they're not a threat to us. Magnussen is quite a bit off Hulkenberg, so it's whether they'll go faster. Gasly is a surprise as well. So yeah, we're definitely not secure yet, and we are not going faster. Not going faster yet.
Lando, good job, let's check it.
So Sargent and Ocon have not gone faster, so Norris is secure because I'm pretty confident these Alpha Tauris and Romeos are not going to go faster than us, so Norris is secure. Piastri is at threat. And to be fair, I'm just going to call Lando in because he's not going faster anyway. And he is safe. So it's all on Oscar here. And it's not looking good for an improvement at the moment. Let's just hope no one else is improving around him. Hulkenberg about to go across the line, so let's see if he's going to jump Piastri. He does, so Piastri now under threat by Gasly and Tsunoda. Piastri crossing the line now. Doesn't go quicker. Where is Tsunoda? Tsunoda's next to cross the line. Yuki going to bump Piastri out? No. So it's down to Pierre Gasly. He makes a couple of attempts up on his teammate. He will knock Piastri out. Gasly across the line. No. That is handy indeed. And Alpine, our competitors, for fifth in the constructors. Gasly is out. Lovely jubbly. And we've got some penalties. So we've got Hamilton, Hulkenberg taking penalties as well. So that's going to promote us a little bit further. So that is quite an interesting session. All right, let's just have a look then. So Piastri, yeah. We may not run them. I'm just thinking, do we run them? Because we're getting... Let's jump into it anyway.
Track should be green.
I missed half of practice. Science has rejected Audi. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know how official that is, but I have seen the rumours that or Audi have rejected him is what I saw. Apparently, it's not. They gave him a timeline, so I don't know how true that is. 2 wet races in a row in my save. I was so close. Yeah. Oh yeah, said Sargent for the cut-off on Q1, did you? Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't want to break the cost cap, and Lando, for the sake of maybe 2 positions, maybe we'll run Lando. We'll run Lando once. I'm not going to run Oscar. His car parts are worse as well, and he's probably unlikely to improve. I think we just have to play it safe now in terms of managing the budget. We don't want to be paying for any more car parts, so we'll go for a single run with Lando and see what he can do.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Carlos has had a bit of an issue in Q2.
Yeah, I lost the car.
You did. Only do 1 run. Well, I'm going to leave Oscar. I'm doing 1 with Lando because our car parts are shot and I've got 2 sprints and 5 races to get them through. So, unfortunately, we're just going to have to sacrifice across some of these races. But, anyway, let's see what Lando can do. He's getting 1 run at least. I was toying with not running either of them. Sainz has got some work to do on his second run after that spin. Is this the end of Sainz's lap, or is he got another run in him? Just seeing what Sainz is going to do. He does post a quicker time. Outstanding from Carlos, though. He might be at risk there. Lando should be green sectors because it's his only run. You jump on board. Oh, sorry, Elite. He was already out before that message. Where were your 2 wet races? So Ocon's had a poor lap as well, so... see what Lando can do. Ocon's across the line. Nothing spectacular in there, is there? It's going to be interesting. What's Lando going to post here then? Come up to the final corner. Are we going to stay in 14th? Or are we going to make some gains here? Lando comes across the line now. And yes, 12th. So I think that's where he was in Q1. So 12th for Lando. So we're both out in Q2. Piastri didn't run. Lando did 1 run, and that means we will start 12th and 15th. Well, we qualified 12th and 15th. We'll see where those penalties take other drivers. Is there a delay? There shouldn't be a delay with the stream, but obviously just depends how quickly I see your chat before I'm making decisions as well. So Hulkenberg in front of Piastri, so Piastri will jump up 1. Depends on what Lewis's penalty is, so Lando may jump up 1 as well. But again, Lando has out-qualified both the Alpines. So that's the main thing, really, we're trying to achieve at the moment. Let's see what happened in Q3. And Perez, wow, Perez out-qualifies Max, who's only achieved 5th. So Perez on pole, Charles Leclerc 2nd, Lance Stroll in 3rd, Carlos Sainz 4th, Max 5th, Fernando 6th, Albon 7th. So they're in a little battle with Haas, so this is getting interesting. Split by the 2 Mercedes, but Lewis is going to drop down. Russell, then Hamilton, K-Mag in 10th, and then, as we said, Lando 12th, Oscar Piastri in 15th. But we will see where we start the sprint. But we will jump back into practice 2 before we do that. So, car parts. Back to our poor old worn out car parts. Let's go for that. Yeah, that's what we want. Let's just replace. What are we doing here? I'm losing my mind. You want to use... I've just lost my mind here, haven't I? Because we want the warm parts on. I just had a senile moment here, right? Confusing myself. We're in practice. Damaged car parts on. Right. Rain has worked itself out. Damaged car parts, Oscar. Damaged car parts, Lando. What do we got? 96%. Pretty happy with that. If we turn down the front wing, see if it makes a difference. If it does, if not, we can always revert. Alright, let's go for some long runs. Usually on a sprint weekend, I set full low for the whole session on hards. Practice to use damaged parts. Yes, thank you, Dino. My brain was not functioning for a moment there.
Okay, Oscar. So the track will go green now.
Yes, over 97 on a sprint weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We've gone for a little bit of a front wing angle, just see if that makes a difference. If not, it's not an issue. We'll just revert back, but it might give us an extra %. But yeah, either way, pretty damn happy with that. Pretty happy. Just get this track acclimatization up now. We'll just drop them in after they get 5 out of 5 here, just to check if that made a difference. If not, then we'll just send them out for the rest of the session. And we'll see where we go from there in the sprint. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that we're still somehow staying ahead of Alpine here. And if they're not going to score this weekend, it then drops it down to... We've got 4 left after this. And I think where we are now. We are round 19, I believe. This is, isn't it? We've got Brazil, I believe, Mexico, Vegas, Abu Dhabi. Is that it? Is that my maths correct? 4 rounds after this?
How's the balance?
It's all good. It's a cool car to drive.
I feel like I'm missing one. Actually, don't call Oscar in yet because he's not quite ready. Now he is.
How's the balance?
Right, so it dropped down to... we can revert it because it won't take long just to change that front wing. Up these softs. Way too high on there. 20 will run on light though. Dropped on both, so that's fine. Qatar, no, we did Qatar last race.
Is everything okay? Okay, Lando, we're checking. Just be careful with this tyre.
Qatar was our last race. That was the last stream where it was an awful race. We were, wherever we finished in the end, 14th, 16th. Yes, because we did Suzuka, then Qatar, now we're here. So yeah, I think it's, we've got Mexico, Brazil, Vegas, Abu Dhabi. Yeah, I think 4 rounds after this. I think Brazil is a sprint as well, maybe? No, there's definitely one more sprint as well. But yeah, Qatar definitely not, because that was the last race we did, which was our worst race of the season, really. Hey ho, can't win them all. As I say, pretty happy. We've got 96% set up with Lando, 95% with Oscar. Track acclimatization is coming up. Lando's now up to 60%, Oscar 50%. They'll be out there for a little bit more as well, so hopefully that just continues to rise. Put us in good stead, hopefully, for the sprint. We don't care about the cold tyres, Lando, it's fine. Let's just stretch them out. Brazil sprint, yeah. And I like Brazil as a sprint track as well. Is that one of the 6 this year? It's 6 sprint races this year, isn't it, in real life? Sort of chopped and changed them every year, haven't they? But Brazil, I think, is a good track for a sprint. What are you in the chat thinking of the Ferrari this weekend with the blue? It's an eyesore for me, but then other people quite like it. It's always opinions, isn't it? But yeah. Not for me, that blue. It's very odd. I know it's part of a partnership with HP or whoever it is. I think it's HP, isn't it? But yeah. Still.
That's the checkered flag.
Right, checkered flag, practice 2, done with. Let's remember to swap these car parts back out. So overall then, now I've finished practice 2. Pretty handy to be fair. Lando, 96% setup, 100% on the car parts knowledge, 81% track acclimatization, which again, not too bad across 2 practice sessions. Overall, 93% driver preparation. Lando, 95% on his setup. 100% car parts knowledge, 74% track acclimatization, so a little bit less than Lando by 3%, 90% on his driver prep. And again, confirmation then, Lando heading into sprint race and the full race with 93% driver preparation, and Oscar Piastri with 90%.
This weekend it's...
Ferrari is underwhelming design and not great looking. Yeah, it's so odd with Ferrari. No upgrades this weekend either, and I know they're looking a bit cautiously at these McLarens and Mercedes. Charles really struggled as well in that first practice session, so I think it's going to be quite an interesting sprint quali, to be fair. China, Miami, Austria, COTA and Brazil are sprint races. season in real life. Yeah, and this is the first time we've had back-to-back, haven't we? China, then Miami. Austria, yeah, that's a good track for it. COTA. Yeah, COTA, maybe not too bad. Brazil. There's one missing. I think there's 6, isn't there? China, Miami, Austria, COTA. I don't like the car Ferrari's designed. I don't like the colour, that's for sure. Right, anyway, let's just compound performance. So 4 temps between the softs, 5 temps between medium and hard. Mediums will go for 24 to 25 laps, soft 10 to 19. We're never going to use a hard in a sprint anyway, but let's swap the car parts back out again. I mean, what would be great is a little feature they could introduce, and these are all the little small things developers can do that help. But you could have a little button which just says click use your most worn parts. Click that button, swaps them all out, and vice versa. Saves you about 6 clicks. Here we go. Right, have I done everything correctly this time? Yes, so Lando's got all the correct parts on. Oscar has as well. Are you doing the sprint in this stream? Yes, let's do it. Why not? It's only a sprint. I'll do the sprint in this stream. It's kicked off a little bit later, and then we'll race on Tuesday. I checked on the F1 app. Qatar again. Qatar. Yeah, I thought there was 6. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I thought there was 6. Right. So. Oh, sugar, sugar, sugar. Right, soft. What do we reckon? I think normally it'd always be softs. Lando is going to be softs. No doubt about that. What do we reckon we do with poor Oscar? Because his tyre management is not great. So we could go softs, but running him, as I've done here, on sort of light. Or we could put him on a medium. Don't really want to pit stop in a sprint. But I think the mediums might be better. Mediums with Oscar. Yeah, I think so as well. I think mediums are the way to go. Got a bit of a split strategy. I'd expect most to run softs, but Oscar, as we know, is quite unique in his own ways, bless him. Let's go with that then. We'll have a bit of a split strategy in this sprint. We'll run Lando on the softs, better with tyre management, so I think he can make those last. Oscar will run on the mediums. Oscar bad with tyre weight. Yeah, well, that is an understatement, Elite, on this game. Although, to be fair, in real life, his tyre management was worse than Lando's last year, but I think the developers looked at that and made it to the extreme. There should be a discrepancy. There shouldn't be that much of a gap between them. There should be a difference. Lando should definitely be better on his tyres in terms of his rating, but they made that gap way too big. But anyway, let's jump into this sprint, shall we?
The grid is all set here in Texas for the 19th. Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint.
Here we go then, 4 lights, 5 in this sprint, underway, Perez on pole.
Away we go.
So obviously these grid penalties don't take effect until the main race. That's why we are starting in 12th and 15th. But for the main race, well, it will be set depending where we finish here. So I forgot about that before we came in, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, so pretty split here. We have got Perez on the hards, Gasly on hards, Sonoda on hards, Lando the only one going on the softs. So we'll see how that works out for us.
Confirm.
We can definitely make these softs last, whether they're going to be the best tyre. We'll wait and see. Very interesting that Perez is the only one in the top 16 on hards, and Gasly on hards, and Tsunoda. So we're hoping this backfires for Gasly and he drops further down. Ocon's on the softs, so actually this has worked out again pretty well, although I thought we were the only one on softs there with Lando. We're not, and what's handy for us, the only other driver on the softs is Ocon. Gasly is on the hards, but if that doesn't work out for him, we've got a good chance of staying ahead of these Alpines, and that's really all we need to do.
DRS enabled.
Unless, of course, Haas and Williams start scoring big points in these last few races, which I don't think they will. Piastri will definitely be better in the new game. Yeah, he's got to be. I feel during the midpoint during the season, they should update the driver and staff ratings. Yeah, or just have the flexibility to do it. They're quite slow with updates, and certainly things like that they never do. But you know, last year they could have got a few races into the season and thought, well, actually, Oscar's too low, and they could have upped it. Lando fighting with Hulkenberg, who's going to get past us, but they will be pushing on their tyres. Lando's fighting it back, though, to be fair. Can we hold on to it? Can for now, but Hulkenberg's going to want to continue to fight this, but we're safe there for now. He starts off with the same rating as De Vries in this game, which in hindsight is madness, yeah. And Sargent is below De Vries when I think him. Yeah, those ratings were probably set early on, weren't they? Where De Vries came in last year, didn't he? When he jumped in the Williams, wasn't it? And he performed well. So yeah, they should have changed those ratings. Few races in. Well, actually, no. This comes out in August, so yeah. To be fair, yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. Actually, they just scratched what I said there. Makes no sense whatsoever. Right, let's forward on. Gasly's dropped the position there. We're just about in the DRS of Magnussen. Just got to try and stretch this as far as we can with Lando. Oscar's out of DRS at the moment, but these will come off their tyres in a moment. I mean, Lando's really good on his tyres, and he's got to stay really on light for a little while to make them last. So I don't know how Ocon's going to make these last after burning up 5% already, unless he's come off those now. He must have actually a little bit, because these medium tyres are down to 85 as well. Lando's falling 1.4 back, but we'll just let this happen at the moment, just till we can see how the tyre life's balanced out, because we don't want to ruin these tyres. We've got to make them last. And if we can keep in 12th, even if we lose Hulkenberg for a little while, we've still got a chance of nicking a point once we get to the full race. Hulkenberg's going to have us here, though. He's nearly alongside us. Once he opens that DRS, it's going to be job done for Nico.
Back in the rhythm.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Let's just keep it going for now. We're out of DRS to Hulkenberg now as well, unfortunately, and Ocon's closing. Piastri, Ocon's getting past us.
Let's get back in the rhythm.
This is fine because they've used a lot of tyre life, so just wait and see how this... They're not going to be able to push on these tyres the whole race, so taking a bit of pain at the moment. will take some pain at the moment, but should come back into it once they start to, when they can't lean on their tyres as much. Piastri, in fact, gets past Pierre Gasly. And Norris is now starting to close back up. Sargent's not too far off Hamilton, is he? The gaps, look, pretty tight. No, it's only 7 laps, but not a massive margin round here. Perez has lost 2 places. Lando's got 15% tyre life on Ocon, so Ocon we should be able to get past. Ocon's going to really struggle to make those last. Piastri's got good tyre life over the grid as well. Even Sargent would have got points when De Vries replaced Albon for Monza, yeah. Right, we're going to keep Lando on that just to conserve some more, and then we can push a little bit harder as we get into this. Just manage that gap though, see if he's closing it. He's closing. Gastri's got DRS. Oh, Zhou is past us, so he's jumped Gasly as well. It's going to be an interesting race towards the end here. These medium runners are going to be absolutely fine. But yeah, Ocon going to be interesting, and what pace Gasly's got and what pace Norris can show at the end. I'll give Norris some deployment and a bit of fuel, because I just want to get him into the DRS of Ocon. Gasly's got DRS on Zhou, but I think we're going to be a bit too far back there. We want to close Lando, and then we can... Got a yellow flag. Only momentarily there. K-Mag. So has that brought K-Mag towards us here?
Right, so this was the 4th corner. Oh, we've seen a few go off the track there.
Not really. More of a corner cut than going wide there. Right, Norris into the DRS. That's fine.
Save fuel from now, please. Save fuel from now.
Yeah, Oscar's right on Zhou, and then there's 3 seconds to Ricciardo. So Piastri, yeah, we can't really, he is just literally on standard, that's what we'll have to do with him. I think we should be good to get past Zhou here. And is this move done for Oscar? Guanyu Zhou's going to fight it back a bit here. He's going to have inside for this double right-hander. Got to stick it out there, Oscar. Yes. Lovely jubbly. Not getting any replays this sprint race, are we? I've just noticed. For overtakes for some strange reason, but there you go. Oscar back to 16th. Got 3 seconds to Ricciardo, so hopefully he can just break the DRS now. And we'll give him a little bit of deployment just to do that. And he can push on his full as well.
Copy.
Did you see there's rumours Gasly might be joining Williams? No, I've not seen that one. That'd be an interesting one. I guess retain Albon, get Gasly would be their plan. A lot of that, I guess, depends on Kimi Antonelli as well. If he doesn't go in the Mercedes seat, surely he's prime for Williams. And Piastri has built that gap straight away. Right, let's jump back onto Norris.
All lift and coast.
Yep.
Right, Norris is doing well here, I feel. I mean, we could
Let the tyres
serve a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
This is absolutely fine, because this is for a net 11th in this little battle we're at the moment. And it's only 2 seconds up the road to Sargent. So Lando's not in a bad place here. We've got good tyre life.
Ocon has also pitted.
Ocon stopped. Ocon is... yeah. Well, Ocon's last, that's what I can tell you. As these Hasses are battling away, which probably isn't helping them there. Oof. Yeah, they're really fighting away, and Lando's right onto their gearboxes now. And all whilst we're conserving tyre life. As Ocon... surely got to be softs. I think they were softs when I looked at them there. Yeah. So fresh softs, he's going to push hard, but he's... oh, I don't know, actually. He's not that far off, is he? Not too far away. Piastri's now got Gasly behind him. He's going to start to push on those hards with 2.4 of Ricciardo now. Piastri, yeah, he's just literally where it's at. We've now got 8 laps to go. As Lando, late braking on K-Mag. Taking him by surprise. This is all whilst we're still light on the tyres here. This is really good work from Lando. He squeezed in between these Hasses. K-Mag, though, diving back. K-Mag, as we know, is one not to give up a fight. Even if it's for 20th, he'd still be battling hard. But he's going to see Lando go past him there. So, right, Norris is now going to be in the DRS of Hulkenberg. We've got 2 seconds to Sargent. Can Lando get Hulkenberg here, though? Hulkenberg's got no DRS, so there's a good chance here for Lando. There's a very good chance for Lando to move himself up into 11th here. I think Kimi needs another season in F2. Yeah, potentially, but I think a lot of people are impressed by him, and I think a lot of people want him, so we'll see. I mean, some drivers, as we know on the grid, didn't even do F2, so it can work. Can work. I've got to charge my iPad until sprint quali, as my iPad is low on battery. Absolutely fine, Elite. If you're dropping off, enjoy sprint quali. I am very much looking forward to it. Let's hope these McLarens in real life are going to show up. But I'm quite impressed with Lando here as well, what we're doing. You know, we are 2.2 off Logan Sargent. We've pushed ourselves up to 11th. The soft tyre has worked well for us. Hulkenberg's going to have a go back. That's absolutely fine. We might chop and change here with Hulkenberg. But we are going to be able to push on these tyres shortly. We're on a soft tyre and we've still got an advantage over these guys at the moment, so... it's not an issue for us, this little battle. As long as we're remaining sort of 2 seconds off Sargent and we're not fighting and losing time to him. With Norris holding on to it, fighting hard with Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg should have us here really, though, with the DRS. And we see Logan in front of us, and then he's a further 2 seconds back off Alex, his teammate. Outside for Nico. Ooh, nearly contact there. Well, that's what we really don't want, because we can't afford to lose parts at all. But that's fine. That's fine for now, because we're sort of still managing these tyres just until we're in a nice position to start pushing a little bit harder. See here the advantage we've got, but obviously the drop-off is down here, so... we'll leave it to about lap 15, 16, then we'll start to have a look. We are closing on Logan, though, as a group anyway. So Logan is coming towards us, even with us battling. We're going to get another help in the DRS. Hulkenberg goes defensive straight away. We're too far back, but look how close we're getting to Sargent now. It's 1.2, so it's going to be a DRS train here in a moment. Which again, for Norris at this stage, DRS train's not too bad. Still got a tyre advantage here. Ocon's now up to 19th, 18th now. 19th, 18th. He's battling with the Alfa Romeo and Alpha Tauri, so he's shortly going to be in 17th behind his teammate Gasly. He'll be 4 seconds behind him though, as Gasly is all over the back of Piastri. Oh, Piastri 2.9 off Ricciardo, similar tyre life, so Piastri's probably finishing somewhere between 15th and 17th in this race. Well, we'll give him a bit of deployment, see if they can close in on Danny Rick.
Copy.
Norris is back past Hulkenberg in the midst of all that. We're not getting replays for some reason. And we're 1.3 off Sargent. I think we just have to concentrate really on Lando's race again here. What have we got? Lap 14. Got Charles Leclerc leading the way, Lance Stroll in second, Perez right on the back of him, then Sainz and Verstappen. So DRS train from Stroll down to Verstappen here. Wow, look at that. Very much. Very much a DRS train there. Right, let's just forward this on a little bit. That's Norris now. Up alongside Sargent. Are we getting this one done? We are. I think now is the time definitely to go standard, and we'll push a bit on the fuel as well. Lando, bit of deployment as well.
And overtake is available.
Lando's 3 seconds off Alex. Let's see what pace we've got here. Got the DRS straight away buffer on Sargent.
Big lift.
So what do we like tyres? 45%. We might go back to light just once we get in this DRS of Albon. Let's just see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get this DRS, and then we'll jump on board, which we are now. So let's jump back to light just to make sure we are going to conserve these tyres to the end.
To push the tyres.
If we get Albon, great. If we don't, 10th is secure now with 3 laps to go. Ocon is past Gasly and Piastri, so that stop has worked for Ocon, to be fair. He's going to get past Ricciardo as well. Not going to have enough to get past Albon there. What about here? I think we're a bit too far back.
2 laps to go.
Maybe we're not. Ooh, just a little bit too far back. 2 laps to go, 39%. We can go standard. Give him a bit of deployment as well here. 10th is possible here. 10th is definitely possible. Alex going defensive here. Lando's got good pace, DRS and ERS. Lando through. Alex is going to want to fight this back, but I think we've got that done. Good work from Lando and good tyre management. 36%. Now approaching the last lap. So we are on the lead lap as well, so I think we can remain on standard there.
Okay, Lando, we suggest a little bit more Lyco.
Piastri can maybe have a bit of an aggressive end here.
Pace now.
I don't think he can get too much further, but again, he's going to be ahead of Gasly, so that's good.
This is the last lap.
priority. User
Lando's
deploy.
got half a second on Albon, so we should be fine there, I think. Watch this battle here.
Press overtake.
Do hold on to that, so we should be good there.
Leclerc is the winner in today's sprint.
As Charles has won the race for Ferrari, the sprint race. But Lando, a great little drive on those soft tyres to make them last, and we finish 9th in the sprint. And with Hamilton taking a penalty, we will start the race in 8th.
That's a checkered flag.
With our competitors in Alpine starting in probably 12th and 16th, I'd imagine. Maybe actually 11th and 15th, because I think Hulkenberg might have a penalty. But that is a great little drive from Lando to get us 9th and a good chance for points in the full race.
Max Verstappen has done it. He's sealed this year's driver's title.
Oh, and there we go. Max has got a... I don't wonder why they're showing Max there. Charles won, but Max obviously got enough points in the sprint race to become world champion in this 2023 season. Where did he finish? 5th. So 4 points was obviously enough for him, and those 4 points means he is world champion in this season. And there we have it. Lando up 3. Brave strategy to go on soft on light. Worked out for us, up 3 places to 9th. Hamilton takes a penalty, so we'll start the Grand Prix in 8th. Oscar Piastri, a bit of a difficult one there. Sprints for him because he needs to manage his tyres, which he's not too great on. 16th, down 1, but we'll take that. We're in and around those Alpines, so we'll see what we can do with him in the full race. And there we have it. That is going to be the stream coming to a close. So, yeah, got through the practice, got through qualifying and the sprint race there. And actually, didn't think points were going to happen for the rest of the season, but we're pleasantly surprised with our pace round here. So, Lando, definitely with a good chance of points. As I say, if you've jumped into the streams on any platform, we are streaming this on a Tuesday and Friday, 7:15 UK time, BST time. So, we'll be back with the full race of COTA on Tuesday at 7:15. We do have highlights of all of these videos in between on my YouTube channel, so do check those out. Send the channel some love. Other than that,